Hello and welcome back to another episode of Modded Minecraft. I just got back from my trip getting some blackstone because I've been in kind of need of it, I guess. Oh, what? Let's take care of this guy. Okay. I think the portal's somewhere around here. I'm using a different portal and this one's like somewhere over here. I don't know. It's kind of difficult to get to. I thought it was over here. I know it's somewhere over here. It's very annoying to get there. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, yeah, I have made quite a bit of progress since the last episode on a very, very interesting part of the town. Oh, okay, I took damage. And I'm actually pretty proud of how it turned out. It's still a work in progress in a way, but you know, it's looking pretty good. And it's not the type of thing you'd think it would be. But it's a garbage incinerator. And yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Before we just had this empty back of a building and it was just plain brick and had to find a way to, you know, cover all that up. So yeah, we have a garbage incinerator. It's carrying crates of kelp and, well, they're kelp blocks, but they represent trash bags, and they're going right into here. And I'm gonna have like a lava thing, and I'm gonna have some machinery looking stuff going on in here. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. We got like an exhaust vent type of thing above the door, and they're just being carried on a conveyor belt. And this is the first time I've done something like this, and I think it turned out pretty good. And yeah, I have the contrasting colors, which I think look pretty good. Not sure about this area down here. It's kind of weird, but I'll figure something out. I'm trying to use more color in this build so that you know, it's not as bland. But yeah, I have a kind of temporary block palette for the future buildings in here. They're going to be very industrial, and yeah, so we got a lot of browns, and there's going to be quite a bit of this being used for roofing and other stuff. And the reason I want these colors is because I can now use this and some blue and stuff like that and mix in with those colors. But yeah, this is actually the first time I've used an oak door in a building in a long time. But I think it actually looks better than, say, a spruce door, because I don't want to use those every time. But yeah, I just like how this is tucked back in the alley. And I've improved the way this walkway looks. Oh, let's not fall here. I still have to finish, you know, this side of the walkway, but that'll come when I redo the back of these buildings, because again, they're just so flat. They need a lot of TLC, I guess. Another thing is I have now done quite a little, not quite a little bit, quite a big amount of work down here, at least for my standards. So I have a whole new house here. We have the deep slate. We got a door here. There's not really much in it because there's not enough space. There's not much to put in there. But yeah, this is looking pretty nice, I think. And I've been trying to, you know, use some iron bars as windows. I think they fit pretty nice. Because, you know, if you're in a non-secure area, a lot of those places do have iron bars as windows, you know? And, oh, we gotta save our villager. Is he still alive? Okay, good. Good citizen. So, yeah, I've done work down here on this building. And I want these buildings to look pretty shoddy, but I also want them to support the top. And if you see what I mean by using color in the build, I would never have been able to use this type of color if I didn't have this kind of reddish block palette. So this works great, and I like it. Wait, is he a farmer now? Yeah, that's nice, that's nice. All right, so back at the incinerator. There's one issue with this thing, really, and that is this. I tried to make something kind of machine-y looking, you know, but I kind of failed, and I was gonna revamp this myself. However, I have a better idea. I've been running this wood shop for a while, and I've been making a whole boatload of diamonds, right? But I haven't really spent them on much. So I'm thinking, what if I, oh, lag. What if I literally just took 32 of these, right? And just hired a very good builder to do it for me. You know, I think that's a pretty good idea, considering He is much better at building machine-y looking things than I am. And in fact, I'll show you what I mean by that. We'll actually need a sign for this, I believe. I like my dark oak wood. I actually did a huge mining session off camera in terms of dark oak wood. And so stock in the shop should be good for a while. But I mean, like, look at this place. We have a nice pathway that winds all the way up here. And you'll probably see some of the machine-y looking stuff right when I round this hill. The last time I showed the space, it was a lot less detailed. But there's now a massive building on the top of this hill. It is so steampunky. And as you can see, there's gears there. There's all sorts of stuff. And it doesn't stop there. There's another couple of houses over here. So what I would like is some sort of thing that kind of looks somewhat steampunky, like this. Like, what in the world is this chimney? It looks so good, but it has literally all sorts of blocks in it that make sense, and some that are just like, I would never think to have used a minecart in detailing, but it's there. So I think, you know, we hire him. This is X Crunchy's base, by the way. So we hire him to do our own little machine. The only thing is, where should I put this where it'll be noticed? I think he's mostly been working on the path over here. So if I just like make a big wall here, not a big wall, but kind of like a little thing on stands, I guess. I don't really need to worry too much about the wood type that I use. I'll just take these two off. All right, get our sign. So please build me a machine. Now, oh, that is dark. You know, he can read it. He can read it. And then I'm gonna ask. Well, actually, you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say this is just the down payment. You know, make it even more alluring. You know, this way, we're almost guaranteed to have this job complete. You know, I might need to specify which machine. So yeah, I've actually showed him the garbage incinerator. So he'll know what I'm talking about. I'll just stick a couple torches here so that it's more obvious, I guess. But yeah, I think that'll be enough. All we need now is a chest. Is this one full? Kinda. Oh, that's a carving bench. I'll just do a spruce chest. There we go. In fact, we'll do this. Make it seem like even more are in here. Yeah, that really looks nice. Seems like a lot of diamonds. But yeah, speaking of diamonds, now that we just made that big purchase, I'm gonna go to the shopping district and see how many sales we have made exactly. Oh my goodness, I completely forgot. We completely redesigned this place off camera. We spent literally like, oh, my render distance isn't up. Like literally like 3 or 4 hours. And it was me, Finite, and X Crunchy. And we're all doing this together, building this whole, basically the stuff that you can, that supports the bridge, essentially. And there's now like so much more detail everywhere. And like, look at this. We now have pillars here. We now have proper railings that look way better. And not to mention, there is a new shop here in progress. I believe this is a decoration shop. So soon there will be stuff to buy here. And I think that's pretty cool. And like, look at the structure here. Like, it's almost as if there's other secondary bridges down there. But yeah, this thing is beyond supportive now. Before, it was literally just kind of floating there. It looked really awkward. But not anymore. And in fact, yes, let's see. How many sales have we made? Oh my goodness, that's a lot for spruce. We basically just recouped our entire spending. We did just recoup. It's actually nuts. Oak is the only one that didn't sell. I'll just stick this in my ender chest for now. But yeah, we basically recouped all our spendings and more. Do I have any backup wood in this chest, actually? Nope. We do have a jungle sapling. I believe that's one of the only jungle saplings on the server. So we should probably make use of that one day. I would charge, honestly, like, you know, maybe 4 diamonds a stack for that. If we have a monopoly on something, you might as well, you know, push it. So back down in this area, I've been looking at this house, or soon to be house, and I think it would be nice as kind of like a spruce house. And I'm going to use some of those iron blocks. They're kind of like iron blocks, I guess. Iron plates, I think. Where are they? Yeah, rusty iron plates. So I'm going to use some of these, and we're going to make this place look a lot better. I won't do the roof just yet. I think that's going to be the easy part. So I'll just focus on designing the more difficult part first. So if we look at it from this angle, it doesn't look all that amazing. But I think once we put the roof on, it'll start to come together. It is a bit flat, so I tried to add some of these trapdoors on the side to give it a little bit more depth. But like, yeah, I like the trapdoors on these areas because it just gives it a little bit of a texture. I like having 3 textures on a build. I think it's nice. And we have the little shutters, I guess. And then we have the dark oak shutter here. So yeah, I think that's okay. But like, we can kind of imagine like from this angle, like it doesn't need to be too detailed because it's kind of, you're just going to see it in a passing glance, I guess. I'm actually going to make some spruce supports. So when we put the roof on, I'm going to like stick these right here, for example. I think that'll be good. It'll give you a good feeling when you're walking under and you're walking under a spruce support. But yeah, I think we're going to do a deep slate and cobbled deep slate roof with a little bit of spruce wood mixed in. I think that'll look pretty nice. I don't want to like put blackstone right next to blackstone. So there's a slight issue in that if I connected, or yeah, if I place this here, it'll connect to that. So I think we're gonna have to go with vertical slabs for this. I think we should do both cobbled deep slate and deep slate bricks for our vertical slabs. Let's do some of these. Okay, good. There are variants for both. I really love how in modded Minecraft, there's basically whatever variant of a block you want, it's almost always there, you know? Oh, you know what? I actually kind of like it without any wood in it. Yeah, I think I'll keep it that way. Because, yeah, there's enough wood in here anyway. But yeah, I think it's pretty decent. Over here it looks a bit weird, I guess. But you know, it's got to fit in a tight space. What can you really do? I think I'm going to add a spruce support here. Maybe one right there. Is there even space for one more? We could add one over there. I don't think it's necessary though. Let me just throw that away. Don't want junk cluttering my inventory. Well, I guess you can't even see that from up here. But it looks pretty okay. And I think if we just add a little bit of a lantern right here. I don't think we need a lantern here since we'll have some lanterns hanging from the entrance of this building one day. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. There's no interior, but again, this is probably just going to be a villager house, so I'll have to replace this with a real workbench for them at some point once I decide what to do with it. But yeah, I want these houses, or not all of these, but like, this is obviously not villager inhabitable. But I want something like this to be, say, like, a villager's workstation is here. Some of these can have a bed. So basically, some of them will go work here, go to a bed over here. There's not enough space for, you know, both bed and a workstation. So that's what I'll have to do. But I do want villagers down here. I think it'll be cool. I'll have to figure out the zombie problem, though, since they keep spawning. And they would just slaughter all the villagers. So that would be an issue. I don't want to just light this place up either. But yeah, I guess that'll be a problem for later. Maybe I can just have iron golems just be down here. Like, yeah. I think the iron golems would need to be down here more than up there, for example, in the upper layer of the city, since there's more spawns down here. Last episode, I think I mentioned like how I was doing this slope for the mountain so that I could basically make this part look a lot nicer for when I do some building on it. And yeah, it's a bit rough. There's literally no detail on it at all, so it looks basically just like a slope, I guess. Yeah, it is a slope, but like it looks horrible, basically. So the plan is I'm going to do something similar on this side of the mountain as well. And then once I have that side done, I will basically just smooth it out and add in a bunch of snow randomness, I guess, to make it look like a more real mountain, I guess. Kind of like if you see the cliff side of this, there's basically no straight lines. So yeah, I want to do that. I really want to get started on this area so that I can build kind of like a mini village here. That's like kind of like a farming village, I guess. And I think that'll be really cool and add to the, the infrastructure of this area. Basically, wheat gets carried it down from over here to all the way up there. And it'll make sense as to why these people can even live in such a huge city where there's literally no way to get food. But yeah, otherwise, it wouldn't make any sense at all if there's no farms there, really, and it's too cold to grow much. So, just a little bit of believability. But I think that will do it for this episode of Modded Minecraft. This episode's a bit on the shorter side because I don't have much time to record. I do have quite a bit of time to build, but it's not necessarily quiet enough to record all the time. So yeah, that's why I do a lot of stuff off camera mainly. It's a lot easier to do stuff off camera when you're not talking or, telling people about what you're doing every 3 seconds. It's actually extremely hard to talk and build, but yeah. I'm just gonna, sit by the campfire and I guess end the episode here.